Hello, mathematicians. Welcome to Let's Get Mathing. Today we're going to talk about times table twins, the associative property. Sounds like a huge, big word. So we'll try and understand what it means. Associative means a connection between something. So we're going to try and find connection between times tables so it's easier for us to learn. Things you need. You will need one times table sheet like this and one highlighter like this. The steps. First, do not panic. That's something I always say because math is not just about understanding the concept, but also making sure that you're calm. You do not need to get scared of math. Numbers do not love to eat people. They do not love to eat you. They will not jump out of the paper or the screen and bite you. So don't be afraid of them. The more you try and befriend them, the more you keep an open mind to mathematics, and it will like you back. Next, highlight the times tables you are super confident about. Now, when I say super confident, it means middle of the night, say 2 a.m. and wakes you up and asks you, okay, what is 6 times 8? You should, in your sleep, be able to say, oh, it is 48. So it's that kind of confidence we are looking for. So highlight the ones that you're super confident about. It's okay if you only see a couple of those on your sheets to begin with. That's absolutely fine. Remember the first step. Say I'm pretty confident about the one times tables. So here's my one time tables. So I'm going to highlight everything.
It comes with the one times tables. Now clearly,
2 times 1 is 2. If 2 times 1 is 2, obviously 1 times 2 is also 2. That is the associative property. Now if I know 3 times 1, I also know 1 times 3. Correct? If I know 4 times 1, I also know 1 times 4. If I know 5 times 1, I also know 1 times 5. There we go. See, we're spreading around the timetable sheet.
if I know 6 times 1, I also know 1 times 6. If I know 7 times 1, I also know 1 times 7. If I know 8 times 1, I also know 1 times 8. I also know 1 times 9. I also know 1 times 10. I'm super confident about 1 times 11. And super duper confident about 1 times 12.
Right? You see how we started with one column and how we eventually spread out? That's what I want you to realize, that you definitely know more than you think you do. That's why never panic. Okay, let's see. So I'm very good with my 1 times tables. I'm also good with my 5 times tables, right? So let me highlight those. Again, remember, super confident means middle of the night, being woken up and asked what is 5 times 6. You should be able to say, oh, it's 30. Now let me go to sleep. And so let's highlight what we know.
2 times 5. 3 times 5. 4 times 5. 5 times 5. 6 times 5. 7 times 5. 8 times 5. 9 times 5. 10 times 5. 11 times 5. 12 times 5. Okay.
So let's see. Now, if I know 2 times 5 is equal to 10, that means I also know 5 times 2 equals 10, right? If I know 3 times 5 equals 15, I also know 5 times 3 equals 15. 4 times 5 equals 20, which means 5 times 4 also equals 20. 6 times 5 equals 30, which means 5 times 6 also equals 30. Well, that's math, right? Yay, math! Yay, twinsies! So you have to look for the twins.
7 times 5. 8 times 5. 9 times 5. 10 times 5. 11 times 5. 12 times 5.
I am confident about the 10 times tables, right? So let's highlight that, Mr. 10, all the 10 times tables. I know you very well. We are best of friends since a long time. Now that will introduce you to its twins. 1 times 10 means I know 10 times 1. Already highlighted that. I knew that already. 2 times 10. Oh, look at that, which means I also know 10 times 2. Okay. Interesting.
3 times 10. Also know 10 times 3. 4 times 10. Also know 4 times 10 times 4. Also know 4 times 10. Oh, I already know 10 times 5. I'm so super smart, isn't it? 10 times 6. 10 times 7. 10 times 8. 10 times 9. 10 times 10. 10 times 11. 10 times 12.
Whoa. I just thought I knew 3 columns, but see how much I actually know. So 1 times I'm good. 5 times I'm good, 10 times I'm good. You know what? I think I can manage 2 times as well. It's just counting in twos. It's like counting in bunnies, 2 bunnies, 4 bunnies, right? So let's highlight 2 times table as well.
Here we go. Again, let's look for twinsies. 2 times 3, 2 times 4, 2 times 5, 2 times 6, 2 times 7, 2 times 8, 2 times 9, 2 times 10. Ah, see, I already knew that. 2 times 11, 2 times 12.
All right, so this is where I'm at. Obviously, I know my 0 times tables, the most difficult ones. I know, right? I know my most difficult times tables, 0 times. Most difficult, you say? Obviously not, it's all 0. But it's good to get some credit, right? I know it, it's one whole column, I know. Give yourself credit. Here we go. So I'm confident about 0 times tables, 1 times tables, 2 times tables, 5 times tables, and 10 times tables. That's what I said, right? But instead of just having these 5 columns, see how much more I know. Same way, guys, when you are highlighting whatever you know, even if it's 7 times 4, right? Say, for example, just in between, fantastic, that's fine. So you highlight 7 times 4, which means you also know 4 times 7. You see, twinsies. Like that, go over the entire times tables and highlight all the multiplication times tables that you're confident about. Once you do that, look for its twinsy. And finally, the more you learn, the more you will continue highlighting. The more you learn, the more you continue highlighting. Remember, do not forget to spot the twinsy. Again, I'll repeat, you know more than you think, and this is a great visual representation that will remind you of it. Enjoy learning timetables. Until next time.